Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a first-time visitor, welcome. If you're a return visitor, welcome back as well. I'm so happy to have you a part of this growing community. Family, it saddens me to bring you this story, but I think it's very important for us to be aware of things that is going on in our country, in our community, especially when it's concerning our children, our young people. This is a trigger warning video. It's trending on all the social media platforms about Kelli Marie Bryant out of Pontiac, Michigan. She's a 34-year-old mother, has been allegedly accused of abandoning her 12, 13, and 15-year-old children. It was said that they were discovered living in deplorable condition after Kelli Marie Bryant, their mother, abandoned them since 2020. Let me just interject here. How in the world can a person abandon their children for this many years without her extended family, her immediate family, friends, relatives, church members, even this landlord who supposedly was the one that alerted authority? How in the world can this happen right in the faces of people and they not know, they're not concerned? Did the family member, and I don't mean to not sound sensitive because I'm very sensitive, but these are questions I know everyone is asking themselves. It's being posed on all the social media platforms. How could this happen? How could her family not know that these children were missing or abandoned? Did they not check up on them? You didn't see them for that many years and you weren't concerned? These are not my words. These are some of the words that's in the mind of people, even in my mindset, because I have children, and you have to wonder, even if the school is not aware or the authorities, someone close to those children, another parent or whatever, has to take into account something is not right here. I haven't seen little so-and-so and so-and-so. Let me do a checkup. I haven't seen them. You can tell me what you want out of your mouth, but I need to see these children in person. When do we get to a point where we just take it for granted, or it's just like, okay, whatever, when you don't get a chance to see your children or your grandchildren or whomever, your nieces and nephews, for an extended amount of time, and there's no trigger warning, there's no concern, no grave concern about this is not normal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's just get right back into the story. So she has been accused since 2020 of abandoning her children. It was said that the home was filled with garbage, mold, human waste, and that the children was covered in their own feces. So Kelli Marie Bryant has been arrested, and she has been charged with first-degree child abuse. Her bond was set at $250 million cash bond. That's what her bond has been set at, $250 million cash bond. And the judge said even if she make bond, that she is not to have any contact with these children. This is mind-boggling. This is just really sad and horrific. My heart, my prayers, my thoughts goes out to these children. I know that they're going to have lots and lots of therapy, genuine love. They're going to have to be surrounded in an enormous amount of love and attention and care, just giving them everything that they need to make sure that they can come out of this and live a healthy, productive life, regardless of the circumstances. It's going to take a while, but I think the important thing that they to consider is that they have the therapy and the care that they need to live a healthy life after, the therapy that they're going to need. So family, I'm going to insert some video clips as well as some comments. Just be aware that I did blot out the comments from the people and their names for privacy issues. Also, the third use is in the description box. So, yeah, leave your comments and suggestions, your opinion in the comments below. And what would you do? Could you go that many years without physically seeing your grandchildren or your nieces and nephews, and you have no wherewithal about their safety or if they're in good health? You just going off of the word of the parent. Is there a concern, or at what point do you just let it go, or do you just take that parents' word that they're okay, even not seeing them in the physical flesh? So we're going to go ahead and get right into the video. Some of the videos, clips may be a trigger warning, so if you're very sensitive to these type of information or videos, please govern yourself accordingly. Without further ado, family, if you like the video or the content, please give the video a thumbs up. Please share the video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the page or to the channel. It's absolutely free and it costs you nothing to support the channel. So again, thumbs up the video, share the video, and let's make each other aware of what's going on so we can be more hands-on and proactive when these type of things are happening. And what would we do? That's a video that I made about a month ago. You can go back and watch it, when I took upon myself to do a welfare check of a neighbor who had had his trash bins out for a couple of weeks, and it was out of the norm from him. And me and another neighbor, I took upon myself to call the authorities, to alert our HOA president and people that I knew that was in authority, call the police. And I'm just saying that to say that I took 2 weeks in, and things that was going on around his home that was abnormal, that wasn't in the normal behavior, alerted me to the point where I took actions to call the police, to call other people to get them involved, until we was able to contact the homeowner. So this just goes to show you it should not have taken that long period of time for these precious children to be found, and even more so to be found in the deplorable condition that they were found in. So again, like the video if you're coming in, or if you're watching it on the playback, give the video a thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing, turn on all the notifications so that you'll be alerted. Without further ado, family, let's get right into this video.
A woman in Detroit was just arrested for leaving her 3 children home alone for years while she took off with a man. And I mean, trigger warning, the details of this case are horrible. This all started when authorities conducted a welfare check at the home after the landlord said he had not heard from the mother since December and the rent was last paid in October. When deputies entered, it was like a horror movie. Garbage piled as high as 4 feet in some rooms that were also covered in mold and human waste. The toilet was overflowing and bathtub was full of feces. The only people they found living there, 3 children, ages 8, 9, and 11, and they said their mother abandoned them in either 2020 or 2021. So for 4 years, they were fending for themselves, and they said each week food would be dropped off on their front porch like DoorDash by either their mother or a complete stranger. Not to mention they had no access to personal hygiene items, including toilet paper, and they didn't even know how to flush a toilet. None of the
Bryant faces 3 counts of first-degree child abuse. Investigators say she left her 15-year-old son and 2 daughters, ages 12 and 13, alone in a home for nearly 5 years.
Oakland County Sheriff's deputies found 3 children in this house in these conditions. A 15-year-old boy and 2 girls aged 12 and 13. Their mother had left them in that home to fend for themselves almost 5 years ago. I literally can't even believe, as I read those details again, that I'm reading fact. How are the children right now, and where are they?
We took them immediately out of the home once we discovered them, took them to medical care, and then involved our Child Protective Services. And they have been placed temporarily with relatives that were unaware of what was going on. And we have a lot more scheduled for them this week. We've got a much more detailed health and mental health examination of them. We've already done a kind of a psychological question kind of thing with a care house, kid gloves treatment to try to figure out what they're feeling, what they know, things like that. Thankfully, they're responding very well.
I'm just trying to understand, like, who don't have extended family for this girl to be able to leave those kids at home? They said between 3 and 4 years. The daddies ain't check on them, the grandparents, her siblings, if she got any siblings. Baby, let me tell you, I got 3 kids, and I don't even talk to their extended family. But baby, they got phones. If they go a few days without talking to them kids, baby, somebody is going to be calling my phone. Yo, what's up? I ain't spoke to. Hello, they daddy. Hello, I FaceTime my kids where my kids at. Like, how you getting away with 3 and 4 years? That shit is beyond me. Baby, throw her up under the jail cell, because that's ludicrous to me.
That's sad, man, honestly.
Of the mother, Kelli Bryant, she set Kelli Bryant's bond at $250 million. And she says if Bryant is able to pay that bond, she is not allowed to have any communications with her family. You're now looking at the mugshot they were able to get of Kelli Bryant. She is 34 years old, and she is facing 3 charges, that is 3 counts of first-degree child abuse. She allegedly neglected her children in her home for years. What you're looking at now, or about to look at too, these images are graphic, but these depict the living conditions that Kelli Bryant's 3 children were allegedly living in. The living conditions of a 15-year-old boy and a 13 and 12-year-old girl.
The defendant instructed the kids that they were not to answer the door or leave the house. All 3 children expressed fear about what their mother's response would be if they left the home. The children's bodies and clothing were covered in feces, and the girls had difficulty physically walking outside of the residence.
She is not to have any contact with these children by family members, third-party agents, or friends.
I want to show you some images from inside a house in Michigan. Take a look. This is from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Look at this absolute mess. And there are things that are so disturbing and disgusting that they're blurred out in some of these photos. And this looks like it's a bathroom of sorts. Let me show you another photo. Again, from inside a home. Now, this is what you need to think about when you look at these pictures. There are 3 young children living alone in this home for years. Like young children, trying to figure things out and somehow surviving through this.
Kelly family, right here I'm going to interject a couple of comments for you guys to read, and just to get a sense what the public opinion are on social media. Be aware that I did blot out their names as well as their faces for privacy reasons. Okay, let's get right into these clips.
That 34-year-old woman from Detroit, Kelli Bryant, the one that totally neglected her kids for 4 to 5 years, they said she could possibly be facing life in prison if convicted. Y'all, I don't know if y'all heard about this story or not, but she had basically totally neglected her kids, left them in filthy living conditions, disheveled, and their hygiene was just not up to par. Like, they didn't know basic hygiene. They said their toenails were so long they could barely walk. The kids' hair was just like matted. It's just like she just totally just neglected her children. But now they're saying if she is convicted, she could possibly face life in prison.
Girl, they said she was coming, leaving food, prepared food on the porch once a week. Boy, y'all heard about them kids up there in Pontiac? Up there in Michigan? They said them kids, the boy 15, the girl 13, two girls 13 and 12. They said the mama done left them, the boy said since 2021 or 22. It's been so damn long, don't really know. She abandoned them in 2021, 22. They been locked in the house. They said them kids ain't been outside in years, nigga. In years? Boy, they probably like socially messed up. Town, nigga. Well, she arrested, nigga. What will possess you to leave your kids for years at a time?
Okay, family, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video presentation. This is really so heartbreaking, and just trying to find the words to just wrap your mind around what these children had to endure mentally, emotionally, psychologically. It's just you just don't even know what words to say or to put together, because you have to really put yourself in a situation to just kind of get it. If you've never been in any type of trauma before, which we all have dealt with some sort of trauma on some level, but when it comes to our babies and our young people, it's a whole different situation. And again, my hearts, my prayers go out to the children, and we'll keep our eyes on this story. Keep the family and the children especially lifted up in your prayers and your thoughts. Send them good energy, good vibrations their way. And your family, let's just check in on your loved ones, check in on your people. And yeah, let's just take a step back and just breathe. And just continue to be proactive. If we're not, if we see something, say something. If something seems strange or out of place or don't feel right, regardless of what people may say or think, don't let it go unchecked. Do your due diligence. You may just be saving someone's life. Again, my hearts and my thoughts and my prayers goes out to these children. With that being said, family, you know my motto, remember to always protect your energy with love and light. This is Goddess of Color, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace and love, family.